Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you students. This is Assistant Professor Ishani Trivedi from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Continuing today with the session regarding the subject Construction, Equipment and Automation. Now students, we know that we have been discussing about the application of robotics in the construction industry. We talked about how robotics have brought a big change in the construction works all around the world. There are certain countries, let us say Japan, Germany, which are leading in the development of the robotics and automation in various construction activities right now. Lots of research have been going on, and the application of robots and automation is being done. We discussed about the real-time examples and existing technology regarding the automated bricklaying machine. We discussed about the robotics in demolition. We also discussed that how the first commercially available robot was for the demolition purpose. Then we talked about the steel cutting systems as well, the application of robotics in the same. Now today we are going to move forward with the next application, that is robotics in 3D printing technology. Now students, you already know what is concrete 3D printing, right? We have been discussing about the same since a very long time. It has already come to our country. It is being applied in many places. So what is first of all concrete 3D printing, or let us say what is just 3D printing technology, right? So the 3D printing means the live printing of any kind of structure or material or any kind of architectural form. We know that concrete is our base material, right? With the mixture of cement, sand, aggregate and water, we prepare a concrete mixture. We can also add other materials in the same. We can add admixtures as well. And with variety of combination of materials, we have achieved a big revolution in the field of construction materials, right? Now, we know that to carry out the construction of any concrete structure, let us say RCC member, then to lay the concrete, to pour the concrete, we require a mold or a formwork, right? We know about that. So if I want to erect a building skeleton, let us say for beams, columns and slab, then we are going to require formwork for it, we are going to require mold for it. It will be required in large numbers, in large terms. So almost for any kind of structure or construction, almost 60 to 70% of the total cost is your budget or cost of the formwork itself. So it is very costly also, you can say that. Plus you have to get it designed, you have to get it manufactured, you have to use the material. We have lots of material for the formwork. We have the timber formwork, then we have the fibers, we have steel formwork. But all these things are going to add up in your overall budget and your overall cost. So to overcome these problems, now the method which is developed, the technology which has developed, which does not require any kind of formwork, it does not require any kind of mold itself, the live printing of the material of the structure itself on site is going to be done. That is your 3D printing technology. There will be an arm. So now application of robotics over here. First of all, this system is going to be completely automated. The software programming will be done. The material, the mix design will be fed. The path or the movement of the arm, let us say it will be a robotic arm. So the path or the movement will be fixed, its path will be given, it will be defined, the blueprint will be fed, and based on that it is going to constantly move, it is going to constantly carry out the work in layer by layer, and the full building will be erected just in matter of few hours without any kind of joints or any kind of formworks. So this is your example of a 3D printing technology which has been achieved in the market. It has brought a big revolution as well. It is being currently accepted in many countries. Many successful structures have been already built with the help of 3D printing technology. Some of which examples, the successful ones, I have taken over here. The first you can see over here, this is a 3D printed office building which is constructed, which is existing in Dubai. Then we have the 3D printed castle over here. This is existing in USA, in Minnesota. I think I can talk about the say the footbridge, right? The footbridge which you can see over here. This is your example of live 3D printed footbridge which is existing in Spain. This is constructed. All these are real-time examples. These are constructed in real. The next you can see over here is this your 3D printed barracks which is existing in USA again. There are also the army barracks. Army barracks have been constructed in USA just in matter of few hours. Barracks means the blocks or the small houses, small building units. So you can see that how different structures have been already erected all over the world with the help of 3D printing technology. So this particular laying of the work, particular laying of the material and carrying out the layer by layer construction work, here robotics will be applied, so it will be done with the help of robotic arm. So let us discuss a few things about it. So 3D printing is mostly automated system along with the use of robotic arm that prints the building from a computer aided design with less involvement of human resources and without any need of tooling, dies, formwork and fixtures. We discussed about this already. So the new thing over here is it prints the building, right? It directly prints the building from the computer aided design, that is your CAD system. The 3D model which you have fed in the system will be live printed on the site. Let me show you how it is done, how it is built. So here we can see that how layer by layer construction is being carried out. This is your nozzle from where your concrete is being poured, the material is being poured, and this will be a robotic arm. It will be completely automated and completely robotics. But please note that again you are going to require a skilled operator to perform the work. Otherwise this is mostly you can say it is almost fully automated system. Let us have a look at the certain parts over here. This is an example of a robotic complete robot, right? Complete robot 3D printing technology robot. This was developed in the Singapore University. Research work was done and successfully it was implemented. So here we have the robot. We have the basic fixture at the bottom, your chassis or any kind of base material. Then we have the marker over here. Then you are going to have this robotic arm. So this is your 6-axis robotic manipulator. You can call it as manipulator also. We had used this word in the previous sessions. Then we have the print nozzle. Then we have the connecting nozzle. And then it is connected to the pump from where your material or mixture is going to be coming out. Then we have the mixer. Here in the mixer your material is going to be fed, it is going to mix, and with the nozzle it is going to get printed and come out from the nozzle. But this will be completely operated with the help of a remote control. It will be completely robot. And this robot is going to perform. It is portable, it can move anywhere, you can take it to any places, and within matter of few hours or few days your work will be complete. So this is your robotics in 3D printing technology. Next I am going to talk about one more new concept, that is 3D scanner in surveying and project monitoring. What is 3D scanner? Now I think if you have paid attention, then I have talked about the laser scanning technology already when we were talking about the photogrammetry works, right? I had said that the photogrammetry can be of two types. It can be either aerial photogrammetry and it can be terrestrial photogrammetry. Now for the terrestrial photogrammetry, the theodolites, the total stations, the aerial cameras which are available, they can use the laser scanning technology also. With the help of laser scanning, you can carry out the 3D point cloud it can be gathered, and then you can convert it to 3D model. So this is your example of a reverse engineering, meaning if you have a 3D model, then you apply it on the site, then it means your normal type of engineering work. But if you have an already existing area and you are converting it into a 3D model by gathering number of points, number of point cloud, and then processing a 3D model of the existing area or existing object, then that is your reverse engineering. and that particular thing is done with the help of scanners which use the laser, and with the help of laser scanning technology you can carry out the survey of particular work or particular area or any kind of object. We had also talked about the close range photogrammetry. So this close range photogrammetry meaning you have to keep the scanner or the survey equipment very much close to the object or the equipment. That is also one of the example of the use of the 3D scanner in surveying. So also about the drones and about the aircraft, the drones can also use the laser scanning technology and carry out the work. We know already what is a 3D point cloud. It gathers number of thousands of points for the area and a 3D model is simulated. So this is your full basic concept regarding the use of 3D scanners in surveying, in photogrammetry or any kind of survey works. Let us try to understand the same. So here we have this is your example of a 3D scanner. I think you would have seen this in real life, real time example as well. This is immensely used right now. This is how you can convert the data which is gathered with the help of laser scanner. You can convert this data into a 3D model, into a 3D point cloud. So we have the 3D scanning is the process of analyzing a real world object or environment to collect data on its shape and possibly its appearance. As I said, reverse engineering. We have an existing object, existing data, you are collecting its data, you are analyzing it from the real world, and then you are converting it into a model which resembles its complete shape, its appearance. That is your 3D model. So that is your definition of the 3D scanning. The collected data can then be used to construct the digital 3D models. A 3D scanner can be based on many different technologies, each having its own limitation and advantages. We have plenty of different types of laser scanners available in the market. You can use it based on your requirement and based on your particular type of nature of work. It is ideally suited to the measurement and inspection of contoured surfaces and complex geometries which require massive amount of data. To be very precise, for the volume calculation of the area, we had discussed about the same, that how drones can be used for quantity survey. So for the quantity survey, this can be the best suited method, right, for the computation, for measurement of complex surfaces. 3D scanning can prove to be a very accurate method. The accurate description and where doing this is impractical with the use of traditional measurement methods. So if the traditional methods are discarded, then this can be applied. Next, we are going to talk about the different types of 3D scanners available in the market. First, which we have is laser triangulation 3D scanning technology. This small picture over here explains the same. So we are going to have a camera or a sensor. Now this is one type of photogrammetry or one type of survey. So a camera is required, aerial camera or terrestrial camera. And then we are going to have the laser scanner, the 3D scanner. It is going to emit the laser on the object, then it will be emitted back, and this camera is going to capture it. So this angle, right, this triangulation angle will be known as alpha. It depends on the angle which you are using for the oblique photography. So this is your basic concept of the laser triangulation 3D scanning technology. The second which we have over here is structured light 3D scanning technology. Now the laser light will be different over here. In the first we had the triangulation survey. That is also one of the concepts regarding the survey works. The second we have is structured light 3D scanning technology, meaning we are going to have a pair of cameras over here. We can see this is your pair of camera, the first and the second. Then we have the stripe projector, that is your laser guiding system, your laser scanning system. It will be projected on your object, and with the help of this structured lighting system, the triangulation concept is again applied over here. This is your second type of 3D scanning method. The next is photogrammetry. Now I think you already know, you are familiar with photogrammetry in very much depth, in detail. This is carried out for the terrestrial surveying as well, photogrammetry as well. These are the different types of scanners which are available. You can use the same. Manuals are available along with the same, so it guides you how to use this. So the terrestrial photogrammetry is done with the help of scanner. Even it can be fitted to the drones as well, and you can carry out the 3D point cloud simulation. Next we have is contact based 3D scanning technology. Here contact based meaning you can see over here. So we have a robotic arm, or we can also have any type of 3D scanner, and contact has to be made with the object to gather the different points and to make the 3D model of that particular object or particular shape. So it requires the contact with the particular object. And the last which we have is laser pulse based 3D scanning technology. That is one type of laser pulse again. So these are the various different types of scanner which are available, and you can carry out the survey works. Now at last I am going to talk about the exact process of this 3D scanning surveying. Let us discuss about the same. So we know that 3D scanners essentially create a digital copy of the real world object. We already understood about this thing in very much depth, that how it creates a model, how the reverse engineering works, and how the real-time object is converted into 3D models. So engineers are using this technology as the process of reverse engineering. I already explained this to you, what is meant by the same. So 3D scanner files are generally compatible with CAD software, that is computer aided design. You have Autodesk products, you have Revit products, so it is almost compatible with all kind of CAD software in which you can feed the 3D point cloud data and convert it to digital models. A single scan is not generally enough, so you have to carry out the number of scan. Just like in aerial photogrammetry, we know that number of photographs have to be taken for that particular area from different angles. So here number of scans have to be done for the particular area or the object from different point of angles, and then you can merge them together and create a remodel of that particular area. This is your standard concept of the working of a 3D scan in surveying. Let us have a look at the specific methods or specific levels of its working. So the first level of the 3D scan will be data acquisition, meaning the gathering of the data, meaning emitting the laser light with the help of pair of cameras, sensor cameras, and gathering the point cloud. Second is resulting data. So once the data is acquired, data acquisition is done with the help of any kind of laser scanning technology. Then we are going to gather the 3D point cloud. It has the accuracy of around carrying out the gathering the number of points around 7,50,000 per second. This is very much similar to your photogrammetry as well. Then comes your modeling. So the choice of the CAD software depends on the application. Next is the point cloud data for inspection. If it is required, then this step will be performed. So if you want to re-verify it, if you want to inspect the area, then point cloud data has to be gathered for inspection. And the last is CAD model for the reverse engineering. Now I am also going to show you over here that how the scanning, how the model appears. We can see over here that we have a bridge which is existing shape or object. With the help of scanner, laser scanner, you are going to convert this into a 3D point cloud. This is your example of a 3D point cloud, how it appears once the work is done with the help of the same. So these are the various points of the process of the scanning technology. Okay students, this covers your almost all the concepts regarding the robotics in construction. Now we will meet in next session. Have a good day students. Thank you.